Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. This video is going to be all about how you can book more than 26 calls in a week. Who am I to say this? I'm Aman Singh. I'm the owner of Singh Acquisitions, and I myself has booked more than 26 calls in a week. So, and it's not all inbounds. It were not all just people coming and saying that I want to book a call. No, it were most of them, like 99% of the calls were outbounds. We reached out to them, we talked to them, and we booked the call, and that's how the 26 calls. So I'm gonna reveal everything. Now, why am I doing this? Why am I giving everything for free? Because I know that right now, after watching this whole video, you will be having a weapon to booking call with anyone that you talk about. Literally anyone, and you're gonna believe that after you watch this whole video. You're gonna have a weapon to book calls with anyone. Now, after you know that, okay, this is how I need to book a call, then you're going to get a problem with lead flow. Whom are you going to come to? Me. Then you get a problem with sales. Then you get a problem with marketing. With whatever problem you get, you're going to come to me because I've solved your problem. And that's the only reason I'm doing this. So let's get started. I hope you get like most of the value from this video, and you can become a killer in setting appointments. So, and small disclaimer, this whatever I'm going to talk about today, this is gonna like work most in B2C. It works like a killer. You can like literally book calls with anyone. But if you're someone who's going into B2B, it might be a bit difficult. You might need to make some tweaks. But for B2C, especially if you're like a fitness coach, this is a killer. Okay, so let's get started. Appointment setting training, how to book most of the people you talk on the DMs, and this is something that I'm saying legit. I was booking most of the people that I was talking to on DMs, and I'm going to show you how exactly I was doing that. First, let me explain you the funnel of conversion, how to get a stranger to book a call. Okay, so there are a funnel basically. Funnel is basically a process of converting a viewer into a buyer or a viewer into a book call. So there are three steps. First is attention, grabbing the attention, that is the top of the funnel. Second is consideration for trust, and the third is conversion. There are only three things in any kind of a funnel: tofu, mofu, and bofu, which means top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, and bottom of the funnel. Now, people come from this attention right here. This is where people come to you, and from conversion, they become a book call. Now, I'm gonna run through like how exactly you catch people's attention, how exactly you make them consider you for trust, and then how exactly you convert them. So, how to start a conversation with a stranger. Now, this is something like most of the people, especially in the fitness coaching industry, they have no idea. Many times, even if like I'm reaching out to fitness coaches, they're like they just don't want to get help. And if you're texting, if you're sending them like any kind of first message, they have set up automated messages, or all of their messages are like, hey, how's your fitness journey coming along? Hey, thanks for the follow. Where you from? Or hey, thanks for the follow. Any big fitness goals this year? See, if you directly come to open-ended questions basically means where your questions have to get like big answers. Like if I ask you how's your fitness journey coming along, you have to say like, oh, it's not great. I've been doing this, I've been doing that. Or any big fitness goals this year? Yeah, I want to lose weight, I want to tone up, I want to do this, I want to do that. And people don't want to go to all that trouble, especially when you send them the first message. And if your first message is like that, it's common sense that they're not going to reply, right? And if you're someone who's doing that, then you know how it feels when you don't get most of the reply. People just see your messages, they either block you, they see the message and they just leave it on scene. So all of this happens. Collect as much information as possible from their posts, what they do, what they like, where they go, if they have anything to sell. Now, this is something that I was using a lot. Now, of course, why are we doing this? Because we need to catch their attention. It's all the game of attention. If you cannot get them actually chatting with you, then they are never going to actually even book a call, right? If you just say that, hey, do you want to book a call? Why would they? You first need to grab their attention. You need to bring them to actually start talking with you. Once they start, then you have to run through the framework and then book a call, right? So how do you catch the attention? Especially a stranger, you have to be very careful of what exactly you're going with. Now, this is something, these four things, they help when the profile photo or the profile is set on public, okay? Collect as much information as possible from their posts, what they do, what they like, where they go, if they have anything to sell, etc. if they have anything to sell, it's actually one of the most powerful things. Here is an example. You can see that the person that I texted here, all in one, his name was, I don't remember his exact name. So he was someone who was selling Gucci glasses, and I just went through saying that, is online shipping available, bro? Now this doesn't show that I'm actually there to sell them something or anything. It just shows that I'm curious about their own business, right? And anyone, like, either there I was going there as a fitness coach. I mean, I'm not a fitness coach, but the person I was working with, he was a fitness coach. Okay. So I just went through saying that, is online shipping available, not saying how's your fitness journey coming along. If I said that, he wouldn't reply to me. So I went through just being actually curious, and that's the key, guys. Like, your messages, it should show that you're curious. As long as it's not showing that, they're not going to respond to you. As long as your messages aren't like, okay, this guy's actually curious, and they shouldn't feel that, he's just here to sell me something. See, the one thing people hate the most is being sold. People don't want to get sold. Okay, so collect data from their profile, see where they're moving around, and what are they doing, what do they like, and ask a question regarding that data. Once you have the data that, okay, he's traveling in Dubai, or okay, he's doing this, or okay, he likes that, ask a question regarding that data. Could be a place, thing, product, anything. Look, I can give you an example. I found one of the profiles. I saw a woman who was sitting in Rome Colosseum. Now, of course, I knew a bit about Rome Colosseum, that there were gladiators who were fighting in these Rome Colosseums, and there were around 80 entrances for that Colosseum. Of course, I didn't go there. I just know it, man. I'm a genius, okay? So when I asked her that, isn't this Rome Colosseum? I've heard that there are 80 entrances in there. Is that true? See, that shows that I'm curious. That shows that whatever I'm asking, I'm just asking because she has gone there, and that's the reason I'm asking her. That's it, right? So she's gonna say, oh no, there are 80 entrances, but they have closed most of them, and now there is only one available. So that's that. I started the conversation, and once she gets on the conversation, then I can close her. That's easy, right? Starting the conversation is the main part. Okay, so collect as much data as you can, use that data, and start a conversation. If they're selling something, just ask if online shipping is available, or where is it located, where can I get this. Just ask that, and they're gonna reply to you. And here, this guy, he's a rich guy, and his profile was mostly about Messi. Okay, I saw that, and I just went, you're a Messi fan? Yeah, man, he's the god of football. See, I just showed him that I have interest in something that he has interest, and people love to talk about something that they care. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So I just said, you're a Messi fan, man, he's a god of football. That's it, and I just started the conversation. Now, these are just 3 examples. Here you can see she had a good profile picture. Of course, I knew that it wasn't taken from a camera, but I just asked her, your profile pic looks amazing, Cher. You're a photographer. See, again, being curious, not saying thanks for the follow. Of course, you can see that she follows me here, but I didn't say thanks for the follow, any big fitness goals this year. Of course, I booked her later on, but I didn't say, do you have any big fitness goals this year? She would never reply to that. Okay, so these are a few examples. Of course, there are a lot of others, but yeah, this will only work if they have a public profile. And if you're selling in B2C, the profiles are mostly private. Of course, if you're a fitness coach, then you already know it if you're someone who outreaches a lot. Okay, so how do you start a conversation with strangers who have their profile set to private? Now, this is actually quite simple, and this is something that I was using a lot. And I was getting a lot of replies, guys. Like, my reply rate was 60, 70, or even more than that. I never really counted, but I was getting a lot of replies. So it's quite simple. Let me explain you how. Remember this quote from Sun Tzu. Sun Tzu is a strategist, and he's even written the book, The Art of War. So you can read that. It's a great book. So the biggest opportunity to defeat your enemy will be given by the enemy himself. Now, this is just a quote, but how can we use that in setting, or how can we use that in sales or business? So basically, you see, like, an opportunity to start a conversation with your prospect or the person who's following you, it will be given by themselves. Either they have something in their name, like you can see here JPT, and of course on there I was going as a fitness coach and I saw PT and I said, hey Jay, I am PT, my friend. Of course then he went like, hi, how are you? Yes, I used to be, and now he's just working in NHS. Here Saleha, and Saleha, I remember she had like a lot of flags in her bio. Of course, if I see that, then anyone would understand that she's probably a traveler, and it was obvious. But I still went asking a lot of countries in your bio, you're a traveler. Funny thing there was, she even had Palestine there, so I asked if she went there, and the crazy thing was she said that she has been to Palestine. Crazy. So you need to realize that there is always something you can ask a question about, even in a private profile. Either it is in their bio that says assalamu alaikum, or just a woman standing in front of a beach. You can always ask a question regarding whatever it is. See, if they say assalamu alaikum, you can say, hey, isn't that an Islamic word which says I don't know, I think it says may peace be upon you, something like that. I don't remember, but yeah, you can Google that and then you can ask a question regarding that, and they are going to answer, guys. See, just being curious. In Saleha's profile, she had a lot of flags. I just went and asked her, are you a traveler? And she says, yeah. And here, are you a PT? Yes, I was. You can see in both of these images, I used something that was given by them in their own bio. Now, there are many more ways to start a conversation with anyone. And how can I say this? I myself have booked more than 60 calls a month with my own strategies. But for you to really crack the code to setting appointments, you need to learn the golden 3 AS rules. Now, this is something like you're never going to hear this anywhere on the internet. And right now, what I'm going to give you is actually gold dust, guys. Just listen to what I'm saying, and you're gonna see like how much it changes the number of calls you book. Okay, so first is show them that you care. Now I'm gonna give this explanation in just some time. So these are the 3 golden rules. First is show them that you care. Second is be a good listener, and third is reciprocity. And the reciprocity is literally the most important thing. Okay, so I'm gonna say how this works in some time, but let me move forward for now. If you can master these 3 things, you will succeed. You can see that this was one of the week where I booked almost 25 calls. I wish I could count that, but it's so time taking. Okay, now you've started the conversation. How do you take it to a book call? For that, you need to start following a very simple framework, not a script. Now, many people will think that framework and script is the same thing, but no. Script is something that you copy word to word, and framework is something which is more like a process, steps, not just copy pasting things. Okay, script cannot be changed, but framework can always be modified. Okay, you can always think that, okay, this is the framework. I need to talk about something that they care about. Okay, then that's a framework, right? You need to talk about something that they care about. And in script, there is just written something, and you just have to copy and paste it there, which has like very low conversation because there is nothing personalized right there. Once the convo is started, show your sense of humor, have a good communication, build the rapport, and make the lead like you. You see, like many people, many fitness coaches, they are so good when you talk to them in like as a real person. When you talk to them, actually when you're around them, they are so good. But when you talk to them on DMs, they just sound like a bot. And I'm not saying that to be rude, but that's the case. And as long as you don't realize that, nothing's gonna change. As long as you're a bot, as long as people feel that you're a bot, they're never gonna book a call with you. They're never gonna respond to you. They just feel like, oh man, this is not even the real guy. You know what I mean? So remember, every single person you talk to is a human. So treat them like a human and be human, and they'll like you. Once the rapport is built, now is where the actual part begins. Here you have to find a way to take the conversation from normal talk to business talk. If you're selling a fitness coaching program, you need to transition the conversation to fitness. Now, this is something that I was using a lot because Of course, you cannot just always keep talking about rapport. Now, of course, there are four things, guys. Like four steps. First is attention. Second is rapport. Third is framework, and the fourth is closing. Okay. First, you get their attention by being curious and getting them to chat. Okay. You can see here private profiles and public profiles. You just talk about something that like actually shows that you're curious. Once you get there, once they start the conversation, then you need to build rapport. Now, whatever you have started the conversation about, you can see here, like when I said, Saleha, wow, you're a traveler, she said, yeah, and the weather in UK drives me away. Then I just talked about UK. You see, I just talked about what she just talked about. That's it. And again, whatever you need to talk about in these conversations, whenever you're talking on DMs, it's not like you just keep pasting other questions. They're not going to respond to that. You need to go in a flow, and everything needs to sink in. Everything needs to show that okay, he's not just copy pasting messages right now. He's actually going in a conversation. When you're talking to someone for real, okay, he's around you. You're talking to them. You're not like just putting questions on them which are like out of the blue, right? Then why would you do that in DMs? You need to understand that all of these people, they want to get booked. Okay, you always need to keep that one thing in your mind. They want to get booked with you, or else they would never talk to you. Okay, so always show that you're a human. Always whatever they say, just start the conversation and move forward, actually building the rapport, actually building a connection. Okay, once that's built, then you have to transition it. That's the framework part. That's where you transition a normal talk to business talk, bringing everything to fitness. Now, many times they bring it to fitness by themselves, saying that, oh yeah, and I have seen your profile and your transformations are amazing. So it directly gets shifted to business, but many times you have to force it out. Okay, so this is like an example. You can use this, of course. Man, I just came out of my gym doing legs, fully pumped up, and then you can send the biceps emoji. What about you? Do you train? Right. This is one of the examples. Sorry. So this is something that you can use, or this is like one of the things that you can use. There's another thing that you can use. You can just directly say that. And I was looking for some feedbacks on my content. Tell me, like, what got your interest into my content? You can say that, or you can say like, I'm looking for some feedback on my content, and something from you would be really helpful. How's my content been so far for you? You can ask that so that they can say, oh, it's great. Oh yeah, you're doing great. It really helps me a lot. And then you can say, oh, I hope it's helping you in your fitness journey. What gym goals are you working towards this year? Just curious, right? And you can get that normal talk directly, just in a few seconds, getting into business talk. Okay, so boom, now you're talking the real talk. You can follow this simple framework that I follow to book calls easily. And this is called the GOAT setting framework. And GOAT means the greatest of all time. So this is what I've kept it. This is the secret, guys. Like, this is actually how I was booking calls. This is actually how I was booking like every single one of the calls. Okay, and you always gotta remember, every single person has problems. There are 2.7 billion overweight or 2.7 billion unhealthy people, unfit people. Okay, and no one wants to be unfit. Okay? You always gotta keep that in your mind. No one wants to be unfit. Everyone wants to be fit. Everyone wants to like look good, feel sharper, feel lighter, feel stronger, right? Everyone wants that. It's just that how concerning are they towards that? How much are they thinking that, okay, I need to lose weight, right? And it even depends upon you, on what kind of words you use, what kind of questions you ask, because great questions get great answers. Okay, so ask the right questions and you can get the right answers. That's it, right? So this is what I was using, and again, guys, people just need a reason to book a call. Okay, talk to them, find if they have a problem, sell the solution, book a call. Simple as that. Okay, find the problem. What are they struggling with? Is it weight loss, healthy life, or belly fat, gut, etc.? Whatever it is, you just gotta, like, what can I say? How can I say this? Like every single person has some kind of problems, guys. Now if let's say that if I'm quite skinny, okay, I'm quite skinny. So if anyone reaches out to me and he says, and if I'm telling him that I'm I'm struggling to like gain weight, right? And if he's someone who knows a lot about gaining weight, and if I say that this is what I'm currently doing, and he says, well, that's the reason you're not gaining weight, and this is what you need to do, and this is how like most of my clients, they are just like you, exactly just like you, and this is what they did, and you can see the results by yourself. Why wouldn't I book a call? I have a reason to book a call now, right? So people just need a reason to book a call. It's that simple, guys. It's not complicated at all. They just need a reason to book a call. And as long as you can make them realize that you have something that they can buy, which can solve their problem, they will book a call. They will book a call. So first you need to find out what their problem is. What are they struggling with right now? Second is you need to find out what their goal is. Where do they want to get? Now let's say that they're at 85 kgs and they want to get to 75 kgs or 70 kgs. Okay, that's their goal. And now you say, okay, we have got this, we have got 50 kgs to lose. What are you currently doing to achieve that? Okay, or you can say, like, yeah, definitely, if you lose that much weight, you will feel so much more lighter, greater, amazing, and I love that thought. Okay, you can say that. You can say that most of people, they have problems, but they never want to work on it, and you're doing it. So I'm proud of you for that. Tell me, like, how much are you willing? How much are you like? What are you currently doing to achieve that? You can say that, and then of course there is no way that they won't reply. Okay, get to what they're doing right now to achieve that goal, and then you ask, okay, now you know that where they are. I mean, where they are, where they want to get. Okay, and what they are currently doing. Now you have these three information. So now you can ask, in the last 2 months, how much closer have they gotten to that goal using their current method, what they're currently doing to achieve that, right? Now let's say that if they want to lose weight and now they are currently they're doing cardio, that they're doing some keto diet, and they're working somewhat on metabolics, hormones and shit, but they're not losing a lot of weight. Okay, and in the last 2 months, what have they lost in this last 2 months? You can ask that. And then they're like, oh, like 1 kg. They can say that, and now you know that that is so low. Okay, if you're someone like who has insane results, guys, and of course, like, you have to be having good, like, insane results. The person that I was working with, he was helping people to lose a kg in a week. Okay, most of his clients were losing that. So I had that one advantage, saying that no matter what this guy is doing, he's not losing enough weight. There is no way. Okay. So in the last 2 months, how much have they lost? They say that, oh, very less, 2-3 kgs, that's it. And now you give them the solution and expand. Now this is where you give them like a lot of information. Now this is where you say that, oh, you see that the problem here is you're doing cardios, but cardios enough is not enough. For you to lose weight, you have to train weights, and you have to increase your muscle mass, and you have to take care of your hormones. And losing weight is something that completely depends upon hormones. What we eat literally decides everything. Okay, so you need to get on a proper nutrition plan, eat the right food at the right time, because all the humans are built differently. All their hormonal systems are also different. So the foods that react to their body are also different. Something that works for someone else might not work for you, simply because it was never made for you. For something to work for you, it has to be made for you. You see, like, you give so much information right there, and then you say, and then you even show then you can say makes sense, and then they're like, oh yeah, that makes sense, but I never knew that. Then you can say, now here is where you need to use your client transformations, guys. This can work so good. Okay, now let's say that she's someone who's like 80 kilos, and she's white, she's a nurse, and now if you have something where you have helped someone go from 80 to 70 kgs in just like one month. Show that, guys. Just show it right there, showing that this is like 1 week result, this is like 1 month result. Look at her, she was exactly like you, and she was doing exactly what you were doing. And all we did was change this, and then she came to this. And she was like, wow, that's amazing. Now, people only take action when they can relate to something. If you see a girl with a lot of belly fat who wants to lose her belly fat, then you show her only one insane testimonial of someone who had the similar problem and you help them. You know, many times I've seen like fitness coaches, they send a lot of testimonials saying that don't this excite you? Of course it doesn't, because they cannot relate to that. Like I said, guys, like if I'm quite skinny and if you show me some person like who was exactly skinny like me and he gained a lot of muscles, of course, like now I'm gaining muscles because I'm following the right plan. But if you show me someone who was skinny like me and he has gained a lot of muscles in a week, why wouldn't I be interested, right? It's just something that makes sense, right? Ask if they would like to get similar results like this for themselves too. Now, let's say that I gave her so much information. I showed her a client result, just one client result. I showed her that exactly like her. Then I told, would you like to get results like this for yourself? She's like, of course, yeah. Or she'll just say, oh, tell me your price, man. That's it. Okay, she'll say that, and then you book a call. Now that's like very simple, and you can see like any person who comes through this, if they want to lose belly fat, if they want to like gain weight, if they want to lose weight, if they want to gain muscles, if they want to build six packs, no matter what they want to do, they have some problem, guys. They have some problem. Either it's framework, either it's information, either it's plan, either it's accountability, either it's motivation, discipline, whatever it is, guys. They have some problem, okay? And you just gotta expand that problem, saying that this thing, it's literally gonna destroy your fitness journey if you don't work on it. You make it such a big deal, and it becomes such a big deal. Okay, that's it. You just gotta remember that. See, any person that's talking to you, they have a problem. Expand that problem. Say how much big that problem will become if they don't work on it right now. Show them that they need to take action right now. Give them information, and then book a call. As simple as that. Now, many times you get ghosted when you book calls. Okay. And how do you deal with that? I'm going to tell you. Now, there is a high chance that the person can get closed before that, but this is the framework you need to follow to make sure you're going in the right direction. But there is one more thing that will stop you from booking calls, even after using this framework, which is the golden 3 AS rules. Now, this is where the sauce comes in, guys. This is where, like, if you don't work on these 3 things, this shit is never going to work, okay? Even the goal framework is not going to work if you don't work on these 3 things. Show them that you care, be a good listener, and reciprocity. I'm going to expand this a bit. Let me tell you how exactly to implement these rules. First is, of course, show them that you care. Now, how exactly do you show them that you care? I'll tell you. Now, let's say that they talked about something bad. Okay? Now, let's say that, oh, my parents' friend recently died and we had to go to that funeral yesterday, so I couldn't message. Now you say, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Jan. Or you can say, oh no, I'm so sorry you're having to go through all this. It must be so frustrating. Okay, and he can, or if she says, I've been trying to lose weight for 1 year and nothing, I lost nothing. Then you can say, oh, I'm so sorry, Jan. You're going through all this. It must be so frustrating. And she's like, oh yeah, it is so frustrating, right? That is showing them that you care, guys. Second thing is, many times your prospect give you the opportunity to close them way before you finish your framework, simply because they have already seen the content, results, and the other things, and now they have the curiosity towards the program. So always, before you write anything, wait for them to finish what they have to say. And it's very important, guys. Many times I was like, I'm typing, and I see them typing something. I'm like, stop. Let me see what she's saying. Okay. Because many times you are going right, but you may have to go left because of her message. Okay, wait and listen what exactly they're saying. Once you see that, okay, and they say that I've seen your content, your transformations are amazing. How does it work though? She says that, and that's like your biggest opportunity you can get. Now, reciprocity is one of the most powerful rules in selling. It simply means if I give you something and then ask you for something, your brain will push you to give me what I want. And this is like a human psychology, that if I give you something, your brain is going to push. Your brain is simply going to tell you that you owe me something. Okay? It can be information. And that is where that's what we give here, guys. Look at this, where we give them the solution and expand. Okay, remember where I talked about the hormones and stuff? That's where you like give so much information, and then you ask for one question where you're like, this is where I'm going to close this guy. Okay, so give them information and then ask for a question, and you're gonna see how they're gonna reply to you. Okay, the same way when it comes to talking in DMs, you need to first give information and then ask for a question. which increases the likelihood of you getting a response. Okay, they say that, oh, I'm 5.7, and then you say, oh, 5.7, I'm 5.7, and yeah. Or you can say, like, let's say that now they're going to a party, now they're going to Dubai. They say, oh, I'm going to Dubai. Then you just don't say that, oh, and I'm still training there. No, they're not going to respond to that. Then you can say, oh, I've been to Dubai too, and Dubai is like a great place. I've been able to do Abu Dhabi, and all of these places are so good. Of course, I'm just laughing. I don't know what exactly that is, but I'm just saying that you give the information and then you ask for a question, and they're going to respond to that. Okay. A few things to remember when setting up appointments is, before you send them the actual calendar link, go through these 3 steps to make sure that they book right now. Or many times they just see the message and then they go to the calendar link and then they're like, oh, I don't want to book right now. Okay, so do these 3 things. And let's say that now you ask for a call and then they're like, sounds good to me. And then you can say, does any time Monday work for you? And they're like, okay, Monday or Thursday, anytime works for me. Then you can say that, okay, so if you're free on your phone for like the next 2 minutes or so, I can show you my calendar and you can see which time Monday works the best for you, and we can fix up a time to speak. Here you put a question mark so that they can say, sure, no worries. Now you see, like, you're basically getting them to a commitment that they need to book a call right now. Okay, you're not saying that, but this is what you basically mean. And the moment they say sure, and then you can say, oh, just give me a second, and you can quickly bring up the calendar, and when you send them the calendar, you can say, let me know once it's booked, so that I can check if it's not double booked. And then in the end, you put that I'll wait here and that 2 hands option. I'll wait here, simply showing that you're just waiting there for her to book the call so that you can check if it's not double booked. Of course, you're not waiting there, but she's gonna book very quickly if you do that. So follow these 3 things, guys, like very, very important. Okay. Now, always use Google or ChatGPT to collect information about stuff so that you can use them in the chat and show yourself as the authority. Okay, show yourself that you are the one who has the knowledge. And yeah, this is something that if you're an appointment setter, that works. Or if you're just the actual fitness coach who's talking, it's good, guys. Like, you already have the information. You don't need ChatGPT or anything. Okay, so that is that. And this was like the whole framework. I explained you everything. So, guys, this is literally how I was booking 26 calls in a week. I booked almost 60 calls in 40 days, 30 days. And we made almost like $7.2 thousand sale in just 3 days. So if you want me to help you with all this, then of course you can go ahead and DM me on Instagram, and I can show you how my services work and how it can help you to go to 15K in 90 days or less. And yeah, guys, I hope you got a lot of value from this video, and you're gonna book a lot of calls.